People had been telling me, this is a strange thing about this book. I don't really read a lot of this kind of science fiction.
Yeah.
Many people had said, you will love this book.
Welcome to Proofread, a podcast to help you read more of what you love and less of what you don't.
Hello, welcome to Proofread.
New season.
I'm Kacy. I'm your reading friend. I am a teacher and a lover of reading. And I move about the world with my friend Tyler, who is
Also a teacher, also a lover of reading, right? So those of you who know and who have been here before know that the whole idea of this podcast is to help you decide, what should I read next?
We're here to help you find the right read.
A lot of books out there and not a lot of time, right?
That's
if you're
right.
like us, times, some points in your life you got a lot of time. Sometimes you don't. You're trying to squeeze something in, or you're like, I got a lot of time. I want to start reading more.
Well, and I have older kids, so I've sort of been through that, and now I have a little discretionary time. So I am happy to read all the books, and I'm going to tell you if you should read them too. And we've picked a real doozy for today. This is a book called Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Now, this is all the rage because a movie is coming out in 2026, I think in March.
Yeah.
And I've already seen spoilers for it, or not spoilers, trailers for it.
That
and
do spoil.
They do spoil it, yeah. And they are fantastic. Plus, this guy, Andy Weir, wrote The Martian,
Right?
which I read and also saw the movie of. Did you see that movie?
I did neither of those things.
Okay. So, and it's great. And this is sci-fi, and Ryan Gosling is going to play the lead. So that seems good. And so we've decided to tell you if you should read this book or not, because you're going to probably see the movie or see things about the movie.
Yeah.
So this is about something bad is happening. The sun is going to go out, right?
Yep.
Sort of like that.
So it's a normal Earth. It's a realist,
normal
so
Earth.
science fiction.
It's like it's modern times,
Yep.
and it's normal laws of gravity and all of that. There's not a lot of world building. It's not fantasy. So there's a problem, and they're getting some brains all together who are going to solve the problem. They have a solution. They got to go out into space. It's going to take a long time, but it's a mission to save the Earth.
Right.
And it starts with this person. His name is Ryland. He is a...
Well, we don't know that.
No, we don't know. We don't know anything about him yet,
Yes.
how it starts. He is a junior high science teacher, and he just wakes up on a space shuttle and everyone is dead and he can't remember anything. Okay, it starts
This
like
is the
that.
opening
That's
chapter.
the very
Yeah.
beginning. So that's not a spoiler. And so that's pretty compelling already.
Yeah, I think the disoriented is like
It's
the
great.
opening is
Yeah.
like a first-person narrator, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, "Where am I?
He said, what am I
doing?
doing here? There's these dead bodies around me. What is this? It's wild.
He doesn't know he's in space at first. He
Yeah.
thinks he's like in a lab or in like a facility. And then
Exactly.
eventually he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm in space and I can do insane math.
Yeah, he can do insane math.
He can do insane math.
He can do a lot of...
He's kind of like a science superhero.
He's a science superhero. So through kind of flashbacks as he slowly gets his memory back, we hear what's happening in the background of this story.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why he has amnesia is because some of the physical things that happen to you when you go into space create amnesia. Okay.
As we all know.
As you know,
Right.
you know,
We don't have to tell
gotta
you
do that.
guys
You
that.
got to do that to your body before you go into space, and it's also, well, again, this is a very hard one to talk about without spoilers, and not knowing what's happening was just it's such a delight. So before I get too into it, let's say read or skip, okay? And then we can talk about how we feel. 3, 2, 1, read.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it out loud?
I'm sorry.
You're scared to commit.
No, I am not.
Do you think people will care and feel bad if you say skip?
No. I'm not either way. I have a nuanced response to
Okay,
a
well, let's hear
binary,
your-
which is
okay.
read or skip, right? And
That's
my
right.
response to this novel is neither, right?
Okay.
I think that this was a fun book to read. It was
Mm-hmm.
a blast. It was easy to read, right? Like it was just cool and engaging and exciting. My question, though, and this is what I wanted to complicate it is, once this movie comes out, do you still need to read this book?
Okay, that is a good question.
Does that make sense? Like I
That
actually,
makes sense.
If movies didn't exist, right? I think that yes, you should read this. It's entertaining. Your kids would like it. It's a good one to read with your kids of a certain age. It's an interesting, fun read, right?
Yeah.
But for me, at the same time, it kind of reads like a screenplay.
Yes.
It kind of reads like it's setting up a big Hollywood blockbuster. And so when I was reading it, it felt like I was reading a Hollywood blockbuster kind of thing. And I was like, I think I could watch this, and I'm not certain what I lose in the film versus in the book. And that is not always true of books. Do you hear me on that?
I hear you on
Yeah.
that. And I too have a nuanced response to a binary that we have made up ourselves, read or skip.
But we're committed to.
And I would say, I think you should read this before you see the movie.
Okay.
Because I think reading it will enhance your enjoyment of the movie.
Yes, that's a great point.
I do
think that's a
think
great
that.
point.
I think you could see
I will
it.
like the movie more because
You will
I've
like
read
it.
this.
And when I
Yes.
said, so I didn't know, I mean, maybe I could have assumed, but I didn't know there was going to be a movie out. People had been telling me, this is a strange thing about this book. I don't really read a lot of this kind of science fiction.
Yeah.
Many people had said, you will love this book. And I was like, why do you think I'll like this book? I don't like books like
Do I look
this.
astronaut-y to you?
Yeah, what do you think I am? My husband told me, you'll love this book.
Yeah.
And then another friend, I was like, why do they think I'll like it? And they're like, well, we can't tell you because it's a spoiler. And what I love about this book is a spoiler.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, we can't talk about it. But
Because we want to preserve that experience for
because I
you
want to
readers.
preserve it for you. I mean, we'll do maybe some. We will only spoil it lightly. If you've seen the movie trailer, you may know some of this stuff. I mean, waking up thinking you're, with
Yeah.
everyone dead in space is also a spoiler. But when I found out they were making a movie, I was so excited. Oh, how are they going to do this? How are they going to make this? And also, so much potential to be disappointed, but so much potential to be, oh, they did that perfectly. That's just how I pictured it. You'll have more fun at the movie. It's coming out in
Yes.
March. Read the book before you go to the movie. It'll be more fun. It'll for sure be more fun.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good.
I think that's true, but I wouldn't read it after
Well,
the movie.
then let's just take a minute. What makes this a good book?
Okay. Oof. I can't say that without spoiling it.
Oh, well, talk about what is the, I guess, the
I
form
do
or the
know.
structure.
I do know from people who love science fiction. They think that the science in this is so great,
Oh,
and it's so interesting, and I don't know, seems plausible.
I'm sure
And-
there's others that are. Neil deGrasse Tyson's over here like, not plausible.
Well, I mean, I know like it couldn't be real.
Right.
But for me, and we've said this before when we've done science fiction, I kind of skim over those parts because I don't care.
Right.
But for people who are, real big fans of this, they love it. It holds up. It's very intriguing to think about. You're kind of like, ooh, they got around this. Oh, gravity, and I don't know that much about science. So I'm like, pfft. But I know that's a really fun part of it.
Yeah.
And people love that.
And that's a lot of that.
It's mostly
this book
that.
is actually a series of, oh no, there's a problem, and then our super scientist is like, well, wait a minute, what if we just do this? And he's kind of like a MacGyver.
Yeah. One thing I like about it is that the teacher ends up going.
Yes.
And I like that this teacher is kind of this jack
an
of
everyday
all
man,
trade.
jack of all trades.
And he knows a little bit about a lot of
Do
things.
you like how many times? I think there's at least 3 times in the book where he knows this really obscure scientific
Right.
fact, and you're like, and then it's almost like the author's a little nervous about why he knows this, so he's like, because I'm a junior high science teacher.
Yeah, we
I know
all
lots
these,
of stuff.
all these kind of stupid little things to
And I'm
impress
like,
people.
I don't
So they
think
do
that
have,
my junior high science teacher would have known this one.
but they do have like a team of more specialized people, and then it just kind of part of the story is that he ends up there, and I like that idea of it.
Yeah.
And
I would say for me, one of the things that's fun is when you see kind of the playful narrative structure. So the narrative structure here is a guy wakes up, doesn't know where he is. And if you are as the reader, you're like, where is he? What's going on? Right? And then as he's waking or as he's kind of trying to put the pieces together, it flashes back. But it doesn't flash back to like everything. He suddenly will remember this thing. And then he's like, okay, I know I'm a scientist, right?
Yeah.
And then he kind of tries to encounter the next problem he's trying to solve, and then there's a flashback, and that flashback gives him another piece of information that helps him solve
it's well
something.
done because you could imagine this is how
Yeah.
he's remembering things, like when you wake up from a deep sleep. And it's very compelling.
Yeah.
And then it kind of keeps the tension because he doesn't remember everything all at once. But it doesn't feel contrived. It's well done.
Yeah.
To get the
And it's
pieces of the
fun.
story in the
It's fun.
order.
Yeah, exactly. The mystery is fun because you basically have one story that's split in half and folded over itself.
Yeah.
Right? And so you're like, here's this part, and then you go back to that, and then we're going to read the other layer. And so you get the whole lead up to the launch of this mission, and then you get him remembering, even until the end, important pieces related to the mission and his experience in the mission keep getting kind of coming out, which is really cool.
It's really compelling. It's really fun. And
Yeah.
it is a page turner. It is funny.
It is.
There's funny parts.
Yeah,
This
he's
is kind of a
like
pleasure to read.
He's kind of like a little quippy science teacher, sarcastic guy. I'll say though, I think that some of that like cut back things also would work pretty seamlessly in film.
Yeah.
And that's part of why I'm feeling bad about my initial non-recommendation.
Don't feel bad because
it's the sense of like this book will work so well on a film, a big budget film that stars
big
Ryan
budget.
Gosling.
film with Ryan Gosling, and he's a great person for it.
Yeah.
It seems like
He seems like he'll have that kind of quippy personality. Do we want to say if you go past this part in the listening experience, you're going to have some spoilers? Those of you who have read it and you're here like, I wanted to hear, what do we think about those that have read it? Spoilers, all ye who enter here.
Yeah, and only because most of the conversation about this book mentions it. It's not on the back of the book.
It does say on the back. It does say, and with the clock ticking down and the nearest human being light years away, he's got to do it all alone.
Or does he? So the question is, does he remain alone the whole time on this journey, or does he encounter something, someone out there? And I will say, having known nothing about this book, I was totally surprised, and it was a joy. And I am sorry to ruin that for someone. But the preview to the movie already does that.
Yeah.
And most of the discussion about this book online, if you're reading reviews or things, does mention that it is possible that he is not alone the whole time.
Right. We've already given you your spoiler warning, so if you're still with us, here's the deal.
He's not alone the whole time.
He's not alone. He gets to this space where he's supposed to go, and finally there's another spaceship there.
Yes.
I did it. Ruined it for everyone.
There is something there.
There's something there. There's another spaceship.
It's so good when you read. I was so.
And I will say that's actually where the colorful words come out. I think we get a.
Yeah, we should say it's a PG-13 movie. It's a PG-13 book. There's a little bit of swearing in it.
Yeah.
That's the content warning.
Yeah.
And if you
there is some discussion of adult relationships, but there's no description of them at all. But there is kind of there's a couple of the scientists, when they do the flashbacks, they have a relationship and they refer to that, but they don't describe it.
It's pretty okay.
Yeah.
And the relationship between him and whatever he encounters out there, it is a delight.
This basically becomes like a science, it's like a Save the Earth thriller that turns into like a buddy cop.
It's exactly that.
In science,
that's exactly
space
what it
experience,
is.
Right?
And it's wonderful because it's so refreshing. But that's exactly what it is. And I loved that so much.
I think that's the real joy of it.
It is.
Like, even though some of it is kind of like, at this point, like they figure out a way to talk to each other pretty quick.
Yeah, and that would be hard. That would be really hard.
He's like, I'm pretty much fluent in this alien language now. But you just look past that for the joy.
It's worth it because
it's so fun.
It's so fun. And I realized that is why people say I would love this book, because that friendship is just I love
fun.
it. It's so rare too. It's really refreshing.
And it's such part of the fun thing there is just to live through the experience of trying to imagine how would you connect with something? Like he plays through like several scenarios of why you would have totally different experiences.
Exactly.
The alien is not humanoid in any way, right? Like it's a totally different life form. And they have to figure out, how do we connect? How do we relate over things? And then there's just like adorable things that they do.
Really, there are adorable parts of it. And I just loved it. And I think the movie, I got to be honest, I think they might ruin it. I think they might.
Oh, really?
I think they might make it kind of corny, or I don't know. And I don't know how it's going to look.
I feel like Gosling has the kind of comedic.
I think he's great. He can pull it off.
Rapport
I just
style
wonder
to kind of make it work.
how they're going to do.
Oh, interesting.
Rocky.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited to see it because I read the book and just thought, I love these guys. That's darling. And so, I love this. This is a book about friendship, and it's innovative and pretty smart.
I guess the experience here of should I read this or not? I don't love science fiction or not. It is a classic science fiction book for sure, right? It's also a classic disaster experience, right? Armageddon with less oil drilling and
or like Apollo 13.
Yeah, but basically. It's an adventure tale of a guy who goes out, like all kind of space movies are like high seas adventure tales, right?
Yeah.
A guy goes out, he's trying to solve a problem, to discover something to solve this problem, and on the way encounters a whole bunch of obstacles and then has to use his own ingenuity and scientific knowledge to circumvent these. And then the buddy cop part of it comes in where he gets this unlikely partner, and then they put together their two skills to solve all these problems. So the joy of it is, there's this new problem. How are we going to solve it? And then it's like some creative way that the author has come up with that these two will put their minds together to solve this thing. I felt like it did get a little repetitive.
Yeah.
Like there was a part where I was kind of like, okay, I know there's going to be a problem. I know they're going to solve it. But on the whole, it's a fun ride.
I haven't seen this done in this way, this well.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. And the way it ends is pretty, I loved how it ended.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Were
I was
surprised?
delighted. No, yeah, I think the end
Now
has
that
a
we
little,
won't spoil.
There's this subtle twist
We
at
won't
the end that
spoil.
was a lot of fun.
I'll let that be for people, but it's super fun. Super fun. So you don't have to read this book. You'll like it if you read it before the movie.
I'm surprised at how many people like this book. I do want to say that, right? Like, I got a message from my friend who's a loyal listener of the pod, right? When he's driving around on his rounds.
Oh, good. We
for
love
work.
that. We love loyal listeners.
And he just texted me and was like, "You need to do Project Hail Mary," right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, we'll check it out. See if it makes our list." But
See if it makes the cut.
But then the more people we talk to, they really there's a lot of people who have read this really like it, and I can see the reasons for it. On my shelf, I think I would say, "Oh, this book would make a good movie."
And on my shelf, it
That's
would
the
be
shelf it's on.
read it before you
Yeah.
see the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you've already seen the movie, no need to go back.
A lot of people talk up the audio book. I didn't listen to that, but a lot of people I've heard like, "Oh, the audiobook's a really kind of good read." And I don't have a recommendation on which style.
I don't
if there's
either.
more out
I
there,
just-
but
I just
a lot
read
of people
it.
have liked the audio version, so it could do that.
That'd be really fun. Pretty clean and pretty fun.
Pretty clean,
It has mass
like we
appeal.
said. There's some language in it, but other than that, it's a good read.
Yeah. All right. Andy Weir,
You've
been proofread. I like this better than
Oh, this was better than
The
an
Martian.
improved experience.
Yeah, and I think the way it ends is pretty unique for this genre.
Proofread is a production of BYU Radio and is produced by Jeff Simpson with help from Erica Price, Becca Hurley, and Lisa Valentine Clark. Find us on YouTube at Proofread Podcast for video clips and more. And please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for spending your time with us today, and happy reading.